everyone to the first episode of Main Quest Optional, the D&D podcast where insanity flies and we make our DMs cry. Speaking of which, here's our amazing DM, Double.
Hi guys, I am Double. I will be running this campaign in my homebrew world of Zari with our amazing players.
I'm Jay. I will be playing the magnificent Rain Tindu, your wood elf cleric.
Q is my name, and I will be playing a human druid, Marcellus.
I'm Chelsea, and I'll be playing Saoirse, who is a fairy druid.
And I'm Robert, and I'll be playing a Warforge fighter named Crosswire. That's what it is. Took me a minute there. So, without further ado, Double, take it away.
All right. So the party wakes up all together in a single cell. It is cold, it is damp, chill and shivers run up your spine as you all are acutely aware of manacles tied around your ankles and your wrists, including small ones for our fairy pixie. All of you also feel a burning, tingling sensation on the back of your left hand. As you all look at it, almost simultaneously, you see a tattoo that you remember being in a different place. It is a black spiraling circle. As you all are acutely aware of one another, there is a chuckle coming from the opening of the cell as there seems to be two people watching you.
I would like to call out to the people watching me, like, hey, what's going on? Where am I?
You all see two tieflings with these crown-like horns on their heads. One of them has a very wispy mustache, and they are both red-skinned. On the one that has the wispy mustache, there is this bat-like creature that is circling around his neck. He is wearing a very ornate robe, and he seems to be the one that is chuckling. And the one next to him is a red tiefling as well, with the same crown-like horn structure. But he is wearing black leathers, and his face is covered up by a bandana. They both seem to be unarmed, but they're both looking at you with this mixture of amusement and hunger. Crosswire, what did you say again?
I would like to kind of call out to the two halflings. Where am I?
They both kind of look at each other, and they both look back to you, and just the one with the mustache just chuckles again.
Can I try to break out my strength? Can I just pull in the chain, see what happens?
Oh yeah, you can roll a strength check.
You got +3 strength.
You could do athletics.
11.
11. You are not able to break apart the manacles.
I don't think you're going to have much luck there, friend. The siren looks old and well worn in. If it was going to break, it would have broke by now.
And who might you be, stranger?
I'm Rain. I feel that we're in the same predicament. And quite frankly, I don't like the way they're looking at me.
Seem awfully calm.
Yes, well, tried many things to get out of here, and nothing seems to work. So until an opportunity presents itself, I'm here.
I continue to kind of pull in my chains.
And you all see each other. We have Crosswire, we have Rain, Marcellus, and Saoirse. If you guys could all please describe your characters, starting with Crosswire.
Crosswire is a Warforge fighter who is about 6.5 feet tall, a large hulking man made of wood, metal, and magic. He's seen better days than this, and he's been an adventurer for quite some time, unbeknownst by how he got here.
And then the next, let's have Rain.
Also sitting there, you see, for an elf, a rather short, rather young-looking elf, with hair as black as night and skin that is a nice dark copper. In the light, you catch his eyes every now and then, and you see that they're hazel, but there seems to be flecks of gold in there somewhere, too. He seems very calm, but very alert to what's going on around him.
Marcellus.
You see this old, human man, dark skin, dreads that are slightly graying. His face and his arms sort of have old scars, stuff like that. And he's not really looking pleased.
And last but not least.
You see a very small, about 2 foot, maybe, female fairy. Dirty and rugged, just like everyone else, wearing the rags that they were put in. And she has tanned skin, silver eyes, and silver blue hair. just under her, cut to her chin and under her ear. And even though she's dirty and rugged, everything, you still see these kind of like fire, what are they called? Fireflies, yeah. Kind of like firefly light around her, like little, ever so slightly small, little beaded, luminous light around her, like kind of like stars. And it's just around her aura, like her whole body. It's just kind of there. And she's just sitting on the ground right now, leaning up against the wall, not really paying attention to what's going on.
All right. The one with the mustache kind of snickers, and as he's looking down at all of you, who would like to play first? The metal man, the human, the knife ear, or the little Feywild creature?
I look towards my cellmates. Unbeknownst by the fear I feel inside, I look towards the mustache man. What you want with me, but do not harm these fellows.
I appreciate his sentiment, but there's no reason to white knight. But he wants to go first, let him.
The fairy kind of gets up from her sitting position. She just goes, I like to play.
He laughs at that, and as you guys are all looking at these two figures, a shadow seems to come up from behind these two, and there is a loud popping sound as they disappear, both of them. And standing there, emerging from the shadows, is someone you've seen before, a drow, a dark elf, wearing ornate clothing, the wide brim hat, and a sad smile on his face. Oh, I do apologize for that. I do not like those two. And you see him take a set of keys from inside his jacket pocket and pull them out. And he starts to open up the cell door. Now, please, I am... Don't cause any trouble. I am here to help. We're all getting out of here right now. If you do what I say, exactly as I say it, it'll be very quick and very efficient. I understand you might not all believe me.
I don't really trust you. Or rather, I trust you as much as the Infernals.
That's fair. It's fair.
I mean, I was really looking for a game of hide and seek, but this'll do.
Well, we will be hiding from them, and they will be seeking us.
Oh.
Who is this them?
What?
Who is this them you speak of?
The circle. The black circle. You see those little markings on your hands?
Yes.
Look down to my hand and I'm shocked.
You are all branded and marked by them. It's essentially a curse.
Can I do an insight check on him to see if he's lying to us?
Yes, of course. And everybody else can as well, if you'd like to.
17.
17.
+5 on insight.
2?
Okay.
Not good.
10.
10?
8. Seem like fine folk.
Yeah. Crosswire, Marcellus, it's up to interpretation, but I mean, he doesn't seem to be lying. Rain, you're pretty sure that he's not telling the complete truth about everything, but there is good intent in the current situation.
Rain stands up and goes, you intrigue me. I'm in.
I was hoping to have more. Never mind. Sorry, I don't like high elves. And he goes up to you and he puts his key into your both of your manacles and unlocks you. And you immediately feel almost like this weighted blanket. And your connection to the weave and your magic and your deity is immediately restored. And it's almost like this breath of fresh air.
Saloon's blessing.
All right, who's next?
Might as well. I don't really trust you, but if you try and do anything to us, I can probably break you in two. So I think I'll be fine.
Okay, well, there's no need for that sentiment. And he goes over to you and does the same thing. And exactly as Rain feels, that weighted blanket is lifted off of you. Your connection to the weave and nature and everything that is natural is restored back to you.
And he just grips his hand for a minute, Yeah, you know the ability, the spectral light armor disappears on him.
And he goes over to Crosswire. And same thing as the other two. The same sensation that you feel. There is a sense of relief, almost like there's this pressure in your sinuses that is immediately relieved as the manacles are taken off of you.
Rub my wrist where the manacles once stood. I don't know what your game is, but I don't know what your game is. Yeah, that's just it.
Let's just say I'm following orders for the time being. And then last but not least, he goes up to Saoirse.
I skip over.
Yeah, he goes down on one knee and same thing. There's that immediate connection to the Feywild.
She kind of shakes her hair, and like the blue that was in the ends of her hair, you kind of see start to look like blue flame a little bit. They starts to move around a little bit, and then it kind of looks normal again. But you're like, huh? Wait a second.
I think to myself, I'm kind of weirded out how chill this fairy is. You know, bit sus over here.
Well, last but not least, I need everybody to hold hands, including my own.
All right. Marcellus grips the dark elf's hand.
Has anybody been teleported before?
Can't say that I have.
It's unpleasant.
Yes, you'll probably all throw up. Please don't get it on my boots. They're quite nice. And once again, there is that loud pop, and all of you disappear from the cells that have held you prison for you're not sure how long, but it feels like months. And you're immediately, all of you are hit in the face with this rush of cold air, and the stars are all around you, but they're not your stars. They're not stars that you're familiar with. There is no constellations that you recognize. There is a swaying beneath your feet, and the creaking of wood and metal, the voices of people. And as you look around, you seem to find yourself on the deck of a ship, but it doesn't seem like you are in the water. It seems like you are in the skies.
Rain's gonna walk over to the edge and see what's up.
As you walk over to the edge, all of a sudden you see this like silver tan image zoom by you and jump off the side and like start zooming around and then come back. And you were like, what?
I go to the edge of the ship and I throw up.
Yep, there is that nauseating feeling in all of you. Rain, besides seeing whatever is in Crosswire's stomach, you look down to see a beautiful landscape of sand dunes and a few different oases, palm trees, sparkling water. It is a breathtaking sight. And off to the right, there seems to be a city that you are heading towards. You're not quite sure how large or big it is, but there are lights, and it seems like you're heading to civilization.
I land back on the deck.
Marcellus, Saoirse, you see Arendis with his hands on his hip, a pretty wide smile on his face, and he's looking at all of you.
Where are we headed?
I'm assuming this isn't a trick or a trap now. You probably would have just tossed us out of the ship, so you probably do need us.
Well, Marcellus, if this was a trick, it would be very complicated and almost not worth it.
Most tricks usually are.
Yeah, but you were already in prison.
That's not true. This would be a really bad trick. No. Most tricks are very easy.
I'm a big fan of pranks, but I feel like if this was a prank, this might have been a bit
This
much.
is not a prank. You're welcome, by the way.
Am I on a TV show right now? Is there like hidden magic cameras around?
Believe you. Just want to know where we're headed.
Yeah, since you didn't kill us yet, I do believe you. He would reach out his hand. Marcellus.
Arendis is just giving Crosswire a dirty look, and he turns back to look at all of you. We're heading to the jewel of this world's desert, Serene. Place inhabited by zealots, fanatics, cultists, pranksters, anything and everything.
That doesn't seem so far off. Kind of familiar.
As Rain kind of takes a step forward now, he goes, "Oh, and will that be where the person who gave you your orders to free us will be at?"
No, he's actually in the captain's quarters.
Oh, then perhaps we should talk to whoever's in charge.
He will come out on his own time. And as you guys kind of look around, the crew of this airship, this airship itself is very reminiscent of an actual sailing ship. The sails themselves glow this faint yellow color. And Marcellus, you being in touch with the sun, feel this connection or this energy that if almost is the sun itself coming from these sails. And there is, as you guys are all starting to become more aware of your surroundings as the teleportation effects kind of fizzle off, there is this thrumming sound. And as you guys look, there is these 3 crystals in the middle of the ship that are about 10 feet tall and about maybe 5 feet wide. And they're just glowing. And you all feel energy coming off of them, magic. The crew itself seems to be almost exclusively Dragonborn. They are wearing tunics and just normal pants, leathers, but the coloring all is this orange and yellow and red. They seem to be uniformed in some sense.
I look at Arendis and I just say, "What plane are we on?"
Material. Yeah, you're far from home.
Yeah.
What's the difference between material?
She's from the Feywild, which is overlapping this plane, but this is not her home.
Any chance, would there be snakes on this plane?
You can have an inspiration.
Nice, inspiration point. Sweet. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
I hope you're proud of yourself for that one.
Are any of us in our actual plane? Because
Well, you 3, Rain, Crosswire, and Marcellus, are all from the material plane. You're not on your world, though.
that makes sense. There will be a lot more wars in my world. Yeah.
Oh, there are plenty of wars in this world, but
Not like mine. Take it as a compliment. Take it as a compliment.
all right.
I thought my past was dark. I moved towards Marcellus, and I kind of wanted to pull him aside. It's like, what is your name?
My name?
It's your name. I don't know your name.
Oh,
Just woke up in the cell with all you people. Those dragging us, taking me on a ship. I'm a bit out of my element here.
what is yours?
I'm Crosswire.
All right. Is that armor by any chance? Marcel's just looking you over. Is that?
The Crosswire?
Well, yes, but you haven't taken out your armor yet. Can you breathe in there?
Well, I'm what they call Warforge. The armor is me. I am the armor. I'm a man made of metal and wood, fused together by the magic of many, many eons and generations passed down.
Crosswire. All right. My name is Marcellus Tiberius. Yes, he has raised his hand. His right hand, as you see, there's like some fingers missing, but it's fine.
I shake the hand. Nice to meet you, Marcellus.
So, Metal Man, where are you from?
I've definitely not from here.
True.
I look towards the rest of the group, a bit out of my element, and then I look behind my shoulder at the Dragonborn and all the crewmates working on the ship. How might I get out of here? Whatever this dragon creature is planning, I don't want any part of it.
It's probably the only way we'll be able to get home. Which,
So at this point, Rain walks over and steps in and goes, "I appreciate this sentiment, but there's a, would you say, there's probably going to be a catch here."
There's always a catch.
Very rarely not a catch. The name's Rain, by the way. Rain Tindu.
Sir Marcellus Tiberius. He just raises his hand.
Rain takes it, gives him a small shake and a small bow of the head.
Crosswire nods at him, introducing himself.
Where's the smaller one?
I'm down here.
Where?
I've just been here the whole time.
Ah,
I'm Saoirse Clary. Hi. It's nice to meet y'all.
The pleasure is ours, dear fairy.
She starts hovering up to your guys' level, but you notice that she doesn't have any wings. And she still has all those like luminescent lights around her. And if you kind of look closely, I don't know, depending on your passive perception, maybe, I don't know, but you can see there's like negative space where wings would be. And you can see that like there's flapping, you know what I mean? Like when you see like jellyfish, like, yeah, so there's like negative space where her wings would be, but you don't see any wings. And she's just like hovering at eye level with most of you.
yeah. Marcellus is going to say to himself in Druidic, odd.
I say thank you back in Druid.
What might you be?
I'm a fairy. What are you?
It needs to be a common question. For I am, then copy and paste what I said before.
Yeah.
None. Yes.
Yeah, we don't have many from you. Your type from the Feywild. Plane of Fairies doesn't have much for human people like you.
Constructs.
What do you mean, people like me?
Well, I didn't want to say constructs. It might have been like a. Is that a bad word? I don't know.
Machines, constructs.
He is a humanoid. You hear Arendis speak up. He is not a construct.
Oh, I'm sorry. We did not include you in this little greeting party.
Yeah, I know. I've just been awkwardly watching all of you.
Well, that's your downfall. What is your name, sir?
I am Arendis Vernarathi.
Pleasure, I'm sure. When will we know what the cost of getting us out of that jail cell was?
Well, you're not the first people I've relieved from that place, and you probably won't be the last. There is, why don't I just take you to the captain's quarters? How does that sound?
I will be there presently. Before they do head into, like, with the captain or whatever, head inside, Rain wants to pull aside one of the crewmates and speak to him in Draconic.
Okay, yeah. You go to this Dragonborn. They seem to be copper scaled. They do have a tail. You do see that some of them do have tails and some of them do not. The ones with tails seem to be a little bit more smaller in frame and thinner, whereas the ones without tails seem to be a little bit larger, a little bit bulkier.
I'll try to find one of the ones with tails.
Yeah, you see him just tying up some rigging and some line and just going over some stuff.
Ahoy, mate.
Kind of turns and gives you a look. Please don't say that.
Well, I'm not sure the customs and courtesies aboard ships of this manner. You'll have to allow me to apologize.
You would just say hello. You know, that's a common courtesy.
Yeah, you are right. Sometimes I forget myself. What is the name of this vessel?
The Talon.
The Talon. And what is your name? I don't want to be rude as well in that department.
I'm T.
And where are we headed?
Serene.
Okay. And then who's that gentleman that magically popped us onto the ship here?
He kind of turns and gives him a look. I have no idea.
Interesting. Do you work for him often?
No, he doesn't. I mean, I've seen him before, but I don't know who he is. Listen, you're talking to, like, a nobody. I hope you realize that. Like, I'm literally tying a knot right now.
Oh, what's your captain's name? And then I shall leave you alone.
Well, we don't actually have a captain. This is the Admiral's flagship.
Oh, Admiral who?
Arlani.
Interesting. Well, good day to you, sir. I am sorry to have interrupted your knot tying.
No, it's okay. I like talking to people. It's kind of boring up here.
Give him a pat on the back. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Marcellus is going to talk to Saoirse. You speak Druidic.
I do.
Is that common for your folk?
It's not the majority, but it's not uncommon. Yeah, we have a fair amount of druids where I come from.
Huh.
Do you not know what a druid is, but you speak druidic? It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to judge. I don't mean to.
No,
I'm
no,
not trying to.
I came across these powers recently, despite my old age.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's going to take out like his hand and like using like druidcraft or something, just try and focus and create a small flower. It's odd.
And she pulls out her hand and does the same thing. Yeah, I can do that too. That's really cool.
Interesting.
I never liked druids, he says to Crosswire, horrendous.
I promise you're not going to say that after this trip.
Look over to my companion and kind of with. I'm a bit confused that flowers are kind of appearing out of nowhere. I'm once again I'm very confused how everyone's so chill, just chilling out, making flowers and having like a nice little party. I want to go just tense up. I want to just maybe. I don't want to punch anybody, but I want to be in kind of a position where I'm kind of like not close to anyone that could kind of like harm me. I kind of like Marcellus. So I'm gonna like stand near him, and I go to Marcellus and I whisper, and I'm like, "Hey, if things get hairy, I got your back."
All right, I got yours.
Hey, horrendous.
Yes, I'm waiting for you to follow me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're just, a bit loopy. We just kind of teleported and we've been stuck in a prison for a month. Just give us a break. But also, thank you very much. But do you know where our stuff is? Did you happen to grab any of our belongings? Perchance?
No, why would I grab your belongings?
I don't know. That seems like a stupid thing to say now, but just had to ask. Just had to ask.
Rain walks by towards the nearest door, past Horrendous, and goes, "Well, it would be nice to have our things for the catch that is sure to yet come." Following you, sir.
Are you all ready? Are you done making flowers?
Yeah, for now.
I start making another flower, but it's like
should not have said that to a fairy.
it kind of like mirrors his like drow colors and his clothes.
Marcellus doesn't really know what to do with this one, so he just places it on the ground and just starts walking.
And then I kind of like hold it out for Horrendous.
Thank you, Sersha.
You're welcome.
And he does a abrupt turnaround, and he starts leading you to the back of the ship. And there seems to be a cabin, a room on this deck. And as he's leading you there, on either sides of this door that you're about to enter, there are these banners of what looks like a manticore on this yellow background on both sides. And the coloring is very reminiscent of the clothing that the crew's wearing.
You think this is where your captain is? No?
Not my captain. But
There's a relation to this man that you're bringing us to.
He brought me back from the dead.
Did you die?
Yes.
Yes, that's sort of how resurrection works, Crossfire.
I died. I'd rather not talk about it.
That's okay.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Sorry, my just got a screw loose up there for that brain.
Dying never is a fun experience.
It was not a pleasant, and the place I was in made it even more unpleasant. Anyways, that is not for now. And he opens up the door, and inside is a very beautifully furnished room. It's almost like you guys are walking into a Arcanist lab. There are weird magical instruments along the walls. You see this weird bone-like raptor scurrying around, and inside it, where it's heart is, it just seems to be made of bone, is this strange cube-like structure that is glowing this blue light. And where its eyes are two smaller cubes of the same thing, and they seem to just be rotating. And this creature seems to be moving around on its own. In the middle is a large, what you assume to be war table with a almost living map of whatever this world is. Around this table, there are three figures. A red humanoid. He looks like a red-skinned human with this vibrant lime green mohawk. And as he turns to look at all of you with this shining white smile, you see that he has emerald eyes as well as these emerald tattoos all over his body. He is wearing this half plate that seems to be made of the same structure as or material as those cubes in that bone raptor, and he is glowing this blue. Across from him on the table is a dragonborn woman who is copper scaled. She has this long tail that seems to be wrapped around what looks like a spyglass. She is wearing this flag officer's outfit that seems to be this dark maroon and has these gold buttons, and she looks a little older. Her stature is a little hunched. The scales on her seem to be a little faded, and she turns to look at you with this motherly gaze and warm smile. Directly across from all of you, on the opposite side of this table, is a albino tiefling with these dark red eyes and what looks like slave tattoos all over his body, his face, his arms, his hands. He has these white horns that go up and then back down, almost like a inverted V. He has these sharpened teeth that are also very white, like his skin, and is wearing shiny, studded black leather. There is a beautiful rapier that is sheathed on his hip, as well as this demonic-looking staff that he is carrying with him as well. He is not smiling, but is just looking at all of you inquisitively.
I see if he has like the same tattoo as we do, like the circle.
It doesn't seem to be.
I'm guessing one of you two are the captain. One of you three is the captain.
They all three kind of look at one of another, and they look back to you, Marcellus. And you see the little raptor run up to you, and you see its tail start wagging as it starts to almost look like it's sniffing all of you. And it starts doing these rolls on the floor, and it almost looks like it's asking to get pet, which is strange because it just seems to be made of bone.
Scritching. Scritch, 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 scritch.
And you just hear this rattling sound as the skeletal tail is just thwapping the wood deck.
Oh, you're so cute. This is such a crazy creature.
And you hear you guys feel the door close behind you as Arendis did not join you. And none of them seem to be talking yet. They're all just staring at you.
Oh, you're such a cute little raptor.
Rain steps forward and is like, my dear friend, I believe you're wrong when you say captain, admiral, and bows. And
You
then stands back up.
I'm assuming you bow to the Dragonborn?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of chuckles at that. Ah, you talk to the crew.
Know the crew, know the ship, am I right?
That is very right. You're wise. And you seem to be the voice of the party.
I don't claim to speak for them, but as for now, we share similar interests.
You have etiquette and grace, so I think it'd be best if, out of the four of you, he is the voice of the party, or else you might end up in some hairy situations.
Duly noted. And why are we to become a party, sir?
Madam, thank you very much.
Oh, there goes my etiquette, I suppose.
Yes, you're doing so well, dear.
My apologies.
It is fine. We Dragonborn do give off a very androgynous look. Well, you're all together. You're all bound by the same magic, and you're all freed by Arendis, so you're already a party.
Fair.
Cool.
You said that there was a bounded spell on us, which is, I'm assuming, what this tattoo is.
Yes.
Is attached to...
Your souls. All of your souls.
Kind of need my soul. What are you intending for us to do here?
Oh, you're not bound to me. Or
How
any
about
of
the
these
other
people.
two?
What?
How about the other
Not
two?
you, then who?
Oh, the Black Circle.
Who might they be?
A bunch of powerful casters that are fanatics and believe they know what's best for the world.
I think a better question for the moment is what did they want with us?
I don't know. And she turns to look at the red-skinned humanoid. I don't know, friend. By the way, the name is Nazim. And I see you have met my baby boy. The fairy seems to like him very much. He is my prize creation, a construct with emotion and its own intelligence.
Wow. And I put my back of my hand with the black circle tattoo, see if he sniffs it, what the little puppy has to say.
The raptor doesn't really seem to do anything to it.
No sniffing, not like, oh.
No, he doesn't seem scared or afraid or anything. There's no crazy reaction.
Well, it can't be too bad if he's not afraid of it.
Well, he's not the smartest of creatures.
Don't listen to him.
Hey, that is my baby boy.
It is an impressive creation.
We'll see after this.
Miss House is just gonna look around. I'm guessing we're all still in rags. The only thing he has on is the rags and the spectral armor he placed on. So it appears like he is wearing like odd plate. I'm going to be blunt here. What do you need with us?
Oh, well, I don't need anything. It would be that guy right there, and he points to the white albino tiefling. He has need of you. He pays me. And but he kind of Nazim walks up to all of you, and he takes out that same cube that seems to be very bound to his character, and he almost takes it apart, and there is this blue glow, kind of like that negative space around Saoirse, and he's just looking through it at each one of you. All right, the dimensions look good on all of you. I need your measurements, your preferred weapon, your preferred armor, and your favorite color. Also, your favorite food. And your names.
Sir Marcellus Tiberius of the Cold Legion. Hello.
All right, that was too long of a name. You're Marcellus. Okay, who's next?
I need no armor or food, but for I am Crosswire.
You're a warforged. I don't like your kind.
That's just racist.
No, it's because you are like the better thing than my baby boy, and it just makes me angry. But I wouldn't want to make a humanoid. So you're a Crosswire.
Crosswire.
So, do you even know what the wire is?
I have many wires. Let's just say that. Don't try to pull them.
Okay, Crosswire.
Raiden steps forward and goes, I'm still confused about if he knows what a wire is or not.
Do you know what the wire is?
Well, it's a thing that carries a current of some sort. That's all I have to my knowledge.
How do you know people? I didn't know people knew what the wires were.
Well, we have a very long history from where I'm from my village.
Elves. the oldest of races.
Well, it has its perks sometimes. Name is Rain Tindu.
Rain, okay.
I prefer a studded leather armor, a couple
Oh,
hand
no,
axes.
write it down. I'm not going to remember this. Come on.
Oh, very well. You got a pen and paper?
No, I don't have a pen or paper. Look at me. I'm wearing armor.
Right. Very well. I just kind of step back and
What
cross
is
my
the
arms.
pen you speak of? I do not know what this is. A pen?
It's something that holds ink.
It's a portable quill.
Oh, a magical feather.
I mean, it's not magic. It's just some... Never mind. You, the one who wants to steal my child. No, it's not yours.
I think she thinks it is now.
I like him. He's just really cute.
Of course he is. I made him.
He's tiny like me.
Yes, he is small.
And he likes me.
He likes everybody.
I go towards the pedum.
Yeah, and he happily takes the pets from you. He starts wagging his tail.
That's a first. Usually animals aren't a big fan.
He's not animal.
My name's Saoirse.
Why?
It's a bone and magic. Saoirse, all right. You're a fairy? Let me guess. You do magic.
Ha! And sparks come out of her hands like fire.
My guess is sorceress or druid.
Druid.
Yeah. How original. Druid from the
mean,
Feywild.
It's not. It's from the So that I
Yeah.
kind of
Oh.
really didn't have a choice. It was kind of just
no, that makes
given
sense.
to me by the primordials. It's not really like I have a choice.
I apologize. That was rude of me.
It was, but that's fine. I like your guts. It's fine.
I'm a fighter through and through. I just need a sword.
Sword. Okay, well, like I said, I won't remember.
Can I get an acorn from the Feywild?
Yes, it'll take me a little bit of time to get the... Is there something else you want from the Feywild?
Just an acorn should be fine.
All right.
If you can take stuff in, can't you just push her back out into there?
Yes and no. I would have to... your markings make it difficult.
So,
It's... Oh, I think that was the question. You were asking questions about the marking. The marking is essentially a chain that traps you to this realm and world.
Oh.
It's also branding. Yeah, you probably don't remember, but you were definitely experimented on.
Yeah. So as long as we have these bands, we're stuck here.
Yes, it's also cursed. Dispel magic does not work on it. I've seen it. I've tried. I've almost died a few times doing it. My best guess is you're going to probably have to kill the one who put it there.
Wait, we were experimented on.
Yes.
Do you guys remember that?
No, the first I remember is waking up in that cell.
None of them ever do. You're not the first group we've pulled out.
Why do you pull people out, and from where?
The prison.
Who experimented on us?
The Black Circle. Are you not following along?
Obviously not.
Might as well ask now. What happened to the other groups before us? I'm guessing you.
They're off adventuring and doing stuff.
So they're
Living
not,
life.
they're not dead by any chance.
Yeah, we took them out back and slit their throats and threw them over the ship.
I'm not that bright, so I don't know if your sarcasm is truth or not. Just for the sake of his sanity, he's gonna do an insight check.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, that is going to be an 8.
You're still not sure if he's telling the truth or not.
I don't really trust any of you, so I'll take that with the
Oh, I don't trust you.
Good.
Azim, that is what you said your name was, correct?
I never said my name was Nazim, but yes, I did say my name was Nazim.
You say you serve a greater master. Who may that be?
I don't serve a greater master. I mean, I guess I do. I do listen to my wife. But I work for Mr. Albino guy over there.
I walk over to Mr. Albino guy over there and I say, "Hello, Mr. Albino guy."
You see now that he does have a smile on his face now, and that inquisitive look is kind of gone, and the tension in his eyes is also eased up. Hi.
Would you mind putting the slate clear for us?
What?
What is your role in all this and your relation to this group, the Black Circle?
I actually don't have any relation to the Black Circle. That's horrendous. He's the one who formed it.
Who is horrendous?
The Drow?
So you're saying the Drow formed the circle? Or
Yes, and kind of got voted off the leadership.
Ah,
Which would explain why he removed us from their confines.
Also, I saved his life. And he
Oh, he did mention something of
he
sort.
does work for me now.
Oh, horrendous. I remember now. Yes. Horrendous.
Horrendous.
Horrendous. Yes. Yes. My memory is horrendous, but
Yes,
I think I might have a few screws and wires loose up in the old noggin.
Well, you're Crosswire. And he looks to Rain. You're Rain. Looks to Marcellus next. You're Marcellus. And he looks to Saoirse. And you're Saoirse. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am Varrock.
Rain bows again, Varrock.
He bows as well. I am Varrock the White Duke.
The Duke of what, may I ask?
It's more of just an honorary title. My people call me that.
Your people as in tieflings, or...
That would be correct.
Okay, I didn't know if you were part of some
No,
village
that's a
state or
fair
anything
question.
like that.
It's a fair question. Now it's not time for history lesson. I would like all of your guys' help. This world that I've come into is in turmoil with there's so much going on. And I need adventurers. I need people willing to put their lives on the line for the greater good, or the ambition of power and wealth, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, I need help.
I heard those words before. Yeah, I was more naive back then.
That is understandable. I can't make any promises because it's just my word. You will get more information, and I will be willing to answer any questions you have. Right now, if you're willing, I would like to take you into my mansion, get you guys some fresh food, fresh clothing, and maybe a good night's rest.
We're going to have to teleport again, aren't we?
No. Well, technically, you're going to enter my demi-plane.
Well, this sounds absolutely exciting and wonderful on my end. As the spokesperson for the group, he kind of chuckles to himself. I say we accept.
Step forward. Agreement.
Rain sees Saoirse give him the look. I don't actually speak for everybody. Let me know if you have a different opinion.
All right.
No, that was good.
Yeah. Marcellus is going to walk towards the tiefling and just say, "All right, I accept, but on one
Condition?
Condition, yes.
Let's hear it.
He goes and he whispers, "Do not let me go back to my plane."
If you would like this to be your new home, you're more than welcome to. I need friends and allies for the endeavors that I am attempting.
All right. He lets out a breath of relief. Okay. All right. Lead the way then to this demi-plane of yours.
Can he come with us?
No, he's coming with me.
But just for a little bit.
No, you don't get to borrow my baby.
Is there any way you can just make another one?
What? No! It's one of a kind! No, don't give me that look.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You can play with him later. I got stuff to do.
Okay. It was nice playing with you. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Tail wags some more. You see Varrock go to the corner of the room, and his hand reaches out, and it looks like it's grasping a doorknob. And you see his wrist twist, and he does this pulling motion. And all of you guys see a doorway open to the entrance of a beautiful foyer. It is just beautiful marble. There are stairs on either side leading up to a balcony looking down on this hole, looking down to the foyer itself. There seems to be doors leading to a bunch of different directions, and he gestures inside.
Wow.
Rain steps through the doorway. Thank you, sir. Steps in and just kind of off to the side, let him come in and show us where the hell we're going.
I feel like I'm in the
Odd place.
house of the summer court.
Trust me, I wouldn't want to go there.
It's like a lord's house. Yeah, so
Almost like it's a duke's house, and he closes the door behind him. And
that too.
Coming down the stairs in this orderly fashion are these spectral humans. They seem to be wearing butler outfits, tailcoats, white button-ups, black vests, tailored pants, shiny shoes. They are spectral and a little bit see-through. And they all come down and form a line. These are part of the mansion. They're part of the spell. Ask them anything and they will get it for you. Within reason, of course. If you ask for a blue dragon egg, you won't get a blue dragon egg. If you ask for an egg, you'll get an egg. They will also escort you to the baths and your own rooms.
Can you give me a walking stick? A wooden walking stick.
You want a walking stick, like a staff.
Staff, yes.
I'm sure I can scrounge one up for you.
All right. Good.
Does anybody have any questions?
Rain steps forward. I think this is magnificent, and I do appreciate it.
Magnificent mansion, you're right.
But I'm not 100% convinced. You rescued us from that prison, from a man who created the prison.
He didn't create the prison. He created the group.
Indeed. Either way, a man who biasly helped helm an enterprise of evil.
Yes.
He brought you to us, and you just want us to do good?
No, I will give you a quest, but you're all have your own free will. But either way, you're bound to this plane, the material.
What happens if I say no? What if I want to go home? I have unfinished business.
Well, you'll have to kill the person that made that mark on your hand.
Would you know who that would be?
I do.
Who is that?
I don't know his name. Rendis doesn't even know his name. It's something called an Ulathrod.
Is that some sort of magical creature?
He's more of a magical outcast. His race despises magic, and he was born with it, and he used it to gain power, and now he's the one in charge of the Black Circle. He's probably the one who put the mark in. He's probably the one that experimented on you.
I guess one final question. To what end did he experiment on us?
I don't know. For the elf and you, Rain, and the human, Marcellus, I don't know. It makes more sense with Crosswire and Sersha. Crosswire is a warforged. His kind was literally created for war. So if he figured out how Crosswire was made, he could make an army. For Sersha, she's a Fae creature. He does not have a lot of experience with the Fae, and the Fae are bound by rules. And if he figures out what that magical binding is, he might become even more powerful and put it on his minions. In the Feywild, rules rule.
Right. So you'll need to use us for whatever your machinations are, and we'll be okay with that.
I wouldn't like to use you. I would like your help.
You have my help if you should so need it. One condition: I will be trying to spread the word of Saloon amongst your people here.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Serene, I would be a little bit more hesitant. That's not my place. That is not my city. My city is north of here.
Caution will be had at your advice.
They won't meet you with hostility. They're fanatics of their deity.
Noted. Thank you, sir.
I want to move towards one of the servants. I want to request that I be prepared a smithing and tinkerer's spot. I'd be bringing the proper tools and any spare coils and machine parts you may have aboard this ship, as well as a assortment of weapons. And I take a quill. And I want to like roll down like a little list of like a series of weapons and stuff and hand it off to them.
Yeah, the butlers hand you this pad that seems to be some sort of parchment as well as a quill, so you can make your list. And 4 butlers go up to each one of you and offers you the pad. And Varrock speaks up. Write it in whatever language you would like. They'll be able to figure it out. It's more of the intent of what you're writing.
They can get anything.
No, like I said, if you ask for a blue dragon egg, you're not going to get one.
Okay.
You ask for a chicken egg, you'll probably get a chicken egg. Within reason. I do have an armory. I do have a smithy in here. So what Crosswire is asking for, I can do. There's a garden if you and Marcellus would like to go.
Do you have any potion brewing capabilities on board this ship?
Oh, you're not gearing up here. Nazim's going to outfit you.
So this list is for just anything we need in the mansion. Nazim will be the one providing us with our wares for the adventure.
Whatever you take out of the mansion won't be there.
I knew there was a catch to this fine spell.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
But now it will do.
Cool.
Rain's gonna flag down a butler and be like, "Sir, if you could get me to the mess hall, I'm quite hungry."
Yeah. He takes you to the main doors underneath the balcony, and there is a beautiful dining room area with a large banquet set up, with a feast of fruits and vegetables, meats, drinks, anything and everything seems to be available. And the scent and the aroma it's so nice after just being in such a bleak and dark place. You don't completely remember it, but there's the feeling of just, you remember the emotions that you have while you were there. Not quite specific memories, but you remember what you felt like when you were there. And this is just everything that it needs to be.
May I ask for a flagon of oil to rest up my old joints?
Yeah. And you guys can spend the next couple of hours resting up, healing up, getting comfortable. They offer you clothing it seems to be real. And if you ask Varrock, he tells you that it is from the ship. So if you leave the mansion, you'll continue to wear it. And it seems to be a simple tunic and pants. It's pretty nice. It feels very loose and comfortable.
Does it fit me?
Yeah, they make one. They have one for all of you.
You said there was a forest meadow of some sort.
Oh, there is a garden.
That works. Did he get a staff or sword yet?
Yeah.
All right.
You would have gotten a walking stick.
Okay, that's good. That works. Okay.
And it feels real. And you're pretty sure it's ash as well.
While we're eating, I guess during that downtime before we all kind of split up, Saoirse's gonna talk to the group. So what do you guys wanting to do? Obviously, she points to her hand, like starts looking down at the black circle on their hands. We can't really go home, but I don't know. I don't really know too much about the ways of the material plane. Wars.
Well, anywhere is better than there, so I'm fine with here. He's going to hold out his walking stick. I am going to go to the forest now.
All right, so I'll meet you there after I get to Bath.
Yes.
What did you say, Rain? I feel like you were just a bit quiet there.
Yeah, I had all the food in my throat was blocking my windpipe from projecting as I normally would. I said I appeared to be the only one that would like to return home at some point. My primary purpose for leaving my village was to, spread the word of Saloon and bring her blessing. And to that end, this appears to be a very good way to do so. But at some point, I would like to return to my village and see my family.
You're definitely not alone. I want to go home. I'm important in my village, and I'm a bit of a protector there. We all contribute, but I'm just a little nervous being away from home. I mean, we've been in there for quite some time. I mean, I can't really remember how long it's been, maybe a month or so. I don't really understand time either. It's more like cycles, but I couldn't really understand the cycle. Anyway, I want to go home. I'm with you. Where's your home?
I'm from a small village back in my world, apparently. Its name is Lului.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a semi-sheltered village. I'm the first one that has left in a century or more.
Wow.
It's a very long story. Perhaps I share that sometime.
Sure, I'd love to. See, I also can't remember not getting taken. I just remember always being in that bird cage that they had me in for so long. Just waking up there and being dreary, and I think maybe seeing you guys. I don't know, but I don't know how I got there. Do you remember anything?
No. That's probably for the best.
The last thing I remember is being dragged away, like a dark magical cloud fogging my memory since then, and waking up in that cell. You can see why I was a bit agitated.
And I remember nothing. I was walking along a road onto the next village, and I woke up in a cell.
Huh. That's interesting.
But to your point, I think that if we help this tiefling out with helping this world, I believe he will be more than willing to assist us in ensuring that we can get rid of whatever magical hold has on us.
Yes, so we apparently need to kill this Throd. Yeah, who put this on us. I'm going to assume he's very powerful. I'm not that powerful. Relatively new to my powers, just had them for, a few cycles, but not too long. I could definitely use some training and more learning and crafting of my art in order to take him down. I'm not sure what level everyone else is at, but that's kind of where I'm at.
All right.
I will let you all in on a secret. I may talk eloquently and talk a big game, if you will. I don't have that much experience outside of my village in the vastness of the world, so I agree. There might behoove us to go ahead and explore and own our abilities, and if we are indeed to do this as a team, build upon that as well.
It's a new world, so
A new start.
yeah, it is. You see him slightly smile as he just begins to walk to the garden.
So I think we got 3 there. I think that half smile was a 3 on his way out there. What about you, Crossfire?
Crossfire stares upon his new fellow party members. He's not one to form attachments. Let us remove these markings from our hands. After that, we'll see what comes of this.
Okay, we got 4. All right.
With that, Rain tucks into the meal, and when he's done, provided nothing else crazy happens, he will proceed to sleep.
Yeah. And eventually you guys all get your rest that you need and want. And 8 hours from now, you are awoken. All from different butlers, and escorted out of your rooms back to that main foyer.
Definitely slept in the woods. Definitely slept in the woods.
Marcellus
With a garden.
also was in the woods.
Yeah, she's up in like the trees.
Yeah, if you were awake, you would have been seeing him like praying to something.
Okay.
The garden itself there is a fountain surrounded by what looks like a rose garden, and all the roses are white. The fountain itself is what looks like a tiefling, but more feminine. Feminine curves, and it doesn't quite seem to be a statue of Varrock. It seems to be someone else. And once you guys get your rest, you find Varrock waiting for you in the main foyer. Did you all rest well, sleep well?
I did. Thank you. Beautiful garden.
Thank you.
Who's the lady?
Her name's Tara.
Tara. She's beautiful.
She really is.
Where do you want us to go next?
Oh, we're going to see what Nazim has in store for you. I know he's been wanting to try out some new things. So, see what toys he has for all of you.
Then let us not keep him waiting.
You've piqued my curiosity.
And he opens up the door again. And you guys are back in that same office area. But like I said, it seems to be some sort of lab. There's magical instruments that you're not sure what they do and what they are. And you see the baby boy running around the table chasing his tail.
Oh, scratches, scratches, scratches.
And you don't see the Dragonborn woman, Admiral Arlani. You do see Nazim. He's over the table looking at him. The map is gone, and there are those same cubes as before. He seems to be tinkering with them with some sort of tinkering tools. Ah, you're all back. Took you long enough.
You needed us for something?
Oh, yes, I got to test stuff out on you. You're going to be my experiments now. You'll remember them.
All right.
Hopefully they're not too invasive.
No, they're magical items. Come on, you'll be testing them.
Sorry, I'll be touchy when you say it will be your experiments after our last encounter.
Bit
Yeah, I
of a
did that on
trigger.
purpose.
Maybe we just leave out the E word for a little while.
Experiment?
Yeah, that,
one.
Why though?
Yeah.
It's such a fun word. Common's like my 5th language. Experiment. See? Do you see how it rolls off the tongue like that?
Okay.
Interesting.
Anyways,
Let's say trial for now.
Items.
Move on.
anyways. So I have your acorn, Sersha. And he tosses you an acorn.
Oh,
And you're immediately reminded of home. And your village, all the other fairies. All right. So let me guess. Druid, Marcellus. Are you a paladin?
I was
No. What are you now?
same as the fairy, I guess.
Oh, you're a druid? Okay, that's weird. Rain, Saloon. Are you my guess is cleric, which seems too obvious. It's on the nose. But divine soul sorcerer, maybe, or are you a warlock?
You were right the first time, friend.
Oh, boring.
Try not to overthink it.
All right, Crosswire. Let me guess. You're a soldier, so a fighter of some type.
Yes, for I'm the master of all battles.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
fancy way to put it.
Yes, got it. Thank you. So you guys all leave the magnificent mansion of Rock. You come back into the captain's quarters of the Talon flagship of Admiral Aralani. Once again, it seems to be you guys are in some sort of Arcanist lab. There are strange magical contraptions everywhere. There is the baby raptor running around chasing his tail. And Nazim seems to be at the main table where the map was previously. This time, there is a bunch of these strange cubes that are glowing this bright blue color. He looks to all of you with that same shit-eating grin, and he says, well, you guys took long enough. You are ready to begin?
Yes.
Let's.
All right. So we have a druid, a paladin, a cleric, and a soldier, a fighter, correct?
Former paladin. I'm more of what the fairy is now.
You're a druid?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. Is that what it is?
he can do the same thing that I can, so I think we're in a self-discovery mode over here with this one. But we're gonna go with Druid.
Okay, well, let's start with the easy one. Actually, go to the easy one. And he throws the acorn at Sersha. Here's your Fey acorn. Took me a while to get.
Thank you.
And it reminds you of home. There's the reminiscence of the village, the other people. All right, Crosswire, get over here.
Walk over.
All right, let's start with armor. You like,
I need no armor.
you don't need armor.
If you have some, I'll take it. But like in a cool sense, I don't need armor because I am armor. But if you have like a shield or something that could help me out, that would be greatly appreciated.
I'm going to shoot you.
I'd rather you not.
All right.
You try.
You like
that,
heavy
and-
armor? Heavy armor. Does that work for you? Like plate, chain, splint?
Yes, that would be quite fun.
All right. Take this cube, and he hands you one of the cubes.
What do I do with this?
Put it to your chest.
Presswire holds it to his chest.
Spin around 3 times,
He spins around 3 times.
and say Nazim is a god.
Azib is a god.
Nazim is a god. Come on, get the right.
Azim is a god.
All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, just think about plate mail while you're holding it to your chest, and plate mail will happen.
See, now that's what that is a good trick. There you go.
I get the feeling that I'm not gonna have much fun in this party.
Well, I mean, I'm having fun.
I think of plate mail armor.
Right. Yeah, and as you think of plate mail, the cube on your chest begins to melt almost instantly, but there is no burning sensation or cooling sensation as this beautiful plate mail materializes all around you, integrating into your body and your metal plates and wood. And as you're thinking about plate mail, you can design it to look however you want to. So
Can I just design to look really cool?
yes, your plate mail looks really cool.
Like kind of like RoboCop, Iron Giant mixed with like a bit of Terminator in there.
Cool, yeah, definitely. Now we're getting cool. And there is a faint blue glow coming off this armor. All right, now it will just be plate mail. Once you get stronger and more attached to the armor, it will get stronger as well. It'll
I look down at my hands. Ruby.
All right. Now, do you use a shield?
Yes.
I don't have a
Occasionally.
shield. So let's move on to the weapon.
Well, why'd you ask then?
I don't know. I was just curious. I
You
use a
just
shield.
bait me with a shield and then just not
I
give me
use
a
a shield.
shield.
That's why I want to know. Anyways,
If you use the shield, wouldn't you have a shield?
no, what? I have a shield for me. You're lucky you're getting anything.
Okay, yeesh.
Now, what kind of weapon do you use?
Last night I was doing some tinkering. If you would procure me 2 short swords and the beefiest warhammer you have, that'd be quite nice.
You can have a warhammer. You have to find
I'll
your
take
short
that.
swords yourself.
Okay.
And he hands you another cube. Now, spin around 3 times.
I hold it to my chest and I say warhammer.
Yeah, and a warhammer appears. And once again, it's the design is however you want it to be. While you're thinking about warhammer in your head, the design follows suit.
It looks pretty cool, but you have to paint it yourself.
Trisha starts
What?
like slowly raising her hand, looking like she's like really missing out on stuff by just asking for an acorn.
What?
Looks at
Why is your hand raised? What does that mean?
that's just really cool. Can I have a cube?
Yes, everybody's getting a cube.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was just getting the acorn. Okay.
Wait your
Yeah.
turn. Wait your turn. I'm
No,
getting geared up.
You two made it difficult because I can't use metal with you. I have to use. I almost swore, and that would have been bad. But I have to use bone with you two, which makes things difficult.
I don't need armor. I just need a hold.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That makes it easier for me.
Yeah, I just go and I just turn. Marcellus just turns on his like spectral armor.
All right. Crossfire, you don't use magic at all, right?
None of this current moments. I tend
What do
not
you
to
mean?
dabble on that field.
So, do you use magic or no?
No.
Okay, good. Why? Okay, never mind. Rain, you're next. Come over here.
Rain steps forward.
What kind of armor do you want?
I
Do you
believe,
use light, medium, heavy? I need to know.
light.
Light? All right. And he hands you a cube. This one seems to be black, where the other ones are gray. All right, put it to your chest.
Rain takes it in both hands and almost like he's praying, touches it to his chest.
And what armor do you think of?
A studded leather armor.
Okay. Yeah, and it starts to materialize in the exact design, and it is very form-fitting, and you are very comfortable in it. All right, do you use a weapon? Oh, you need a holy symbol.
Rain is already one step ahead of you, and as he's watching, after observing Crosswire do his thing, you see this armor craft into like almost like a silver black mixture that kind of you can't really keep an eye on it. In dead center, you see sparkling stars surrounding a set of eyes.
Oh, wow. Do you use a shield?
No.
No? Do you want the melee weapon at all in case your magic fails?
And then, as you say that, a magic, well, not a magic, I guess, but you see a short, what am I looking for? A short hand axe kind of appear in his hand. And then in the side is that same symbol just kind of pressed into the metal. It's just a basic hand axe, and he kind of twirls it and puts it in his belt.
Fancy. All right.
One question before I give you your cube back.
No,
Will it
the cube actually melts into you and it's gone.
Oh. And then the final touch is you do see just a very simple eye symbol with stars kind of around the outside appear as a necklace.
Cool.
More of an amulet around the edge. It's very simple. It appears to be made of like silver.
All right. So you're good now?
He bows and says, "Thank you."
Why do you keep raising your hand? I don't know what that means.
Can I go
He
next?
wants to go for next.
No, you go last.
Mm.
All right, Marcellus, what kind of weapon do you want?
Just a long sword will do.
All right. Do you use a shield?
Nope.
You don't use a shield. Do you want a great sword?
No. Too much for me. Yeah. A long sword is more than
Just a long sword. All right. And he hands you a cube. All right. Touch it to your chest. Spin around 3 times.
Or he's just going to close his eyes and just think of a long sword.
Yeah, and a long sword appears in your grip. And it is designed exactly how you want to. And the balance is amazing.
All right.
It will not cut through magical resistances. Neither will yours, Crosswire. You'll have to earn that yourself.
That's fine. He's going to hold out his walking stick, and there's this a reflavoring of shillelagh, but it begins to glow bright, and the light around it turns so it becomes more of an image of a sword.
Wow. You guys are fancy. And I love the flavor. All right. Now,
Turn.
least and last, we have Sersha.
That's me.
That's what my mother's always said.
All right. What do you want? You armor?
I could use some leather armor.
Do you want leather? Can you wear medium armor?
Yes.
Do you want half plate made of bone? You won't have it is hollow, so it won't clink and clackle.
You don't have any leather.
No, I have leather. It's just
The bone.
boring.
Well, not. You'll see. Can I just
You
have the
want
leather?
studded leather?
Just leather.
And what do you think about when you hold it to your chest?
So I like sheepishly take the cube from him. What color is my cube?
It's white.
White. Okay. So take the white cube and hold it to my chest, and then she just like kind of puckers up a little bit, and like she like puts back on her smile that you always see, and she holds it to her chest and closes, and she takes it and then goes and takes out the acorn from her pocket and kind of holds it in with the cube, and you see what looks to be like, it's just some normal leather armor, but then all of a sudden the acorn kind of appears dangling around her neck with just like a simple twine chain, not chain, but you know what I mean. And the leather armor starts to turn into like leaves. Like it looks like it's just like
Cool.
like printed leaves on there, and then you're like, wait, no, and they actually are leaves of all the different colors of green.
That's so cool.
And then it kind of goes into like a leathered skirt almost, with more of like the autumn colors, but not deep autumn, just like the yellows. So it's like green and yellow, and then very much at the end is like an orange, but just a little bit on the end there. But a lot of, I think maybe the colors I was looking for was not those colors that I just described, actually. Hold on, I wrote it down, I'm sorry. Yeah, so like emeralds, but then there's like this hint of like gold in there. Like you see the green and it's kind of like those like iridescent, but there's like gold in it when you like turn your head a little bit. Trippy. She holds out her hand and you start to see what you think is like a wooden staff. Fit for a fairy. It's all fairy sized, everything that she holds out of this creation that's happening. And you're like, oh, okay, she has a wooden staff. And then all of a sudden you kind of see like a spade come out the top of it. And you're like, kind of looks like a shovel. And then you see the handle of a shovel at the bottom of it. And there's a simple wooden and stone shovel in her hand. And she's ready to go.
All right. You all have unique and interesting choices. I take back what I said about the leather. It is pretty cool, Saoirse, even though it's just leather. Anyways, and from underneath the table, he pulls out this this sack that seems to be leather, and there is this red twine that seems to be holding it together, and he opens it up. All right, Crosswire.
Yes.
Actually, no. Never mind.
Okay,
and he takes out 4 packs.
I fade back into the background.
He takes out 4 packs, like backpacks, out of this small sack, and he puts them on the table. All right, these are explorers packs. Take them. They're all for you. And there's a small one for Saoirse.
Thank you. Do you have a wooden shield?
No, why would I have a wooden shield?
Can I just have maybe like a piece of plank from the ship?
No, just a second. And you see him walk out, and you hear him just muttering under his breath while he's leaving, and he kind of closes the door. And Varrock's just kind of looking at all of you with this warm, happy smile to his face. And you hear some shouting back and forth between, you're pretty sure, Nazim and a Dragonborn. It's in Draconic. Rain, if you'd like, you can make a perception check.
I would like to make a perception check. Give me a second.
All right.
Roll the 24 for that perception check.
All right, Rain. You hear Nazim saying, I need this barrel lid. You can get another one. You hear a Dragonborn reply back, What am I supposed to get And then you hear Nazim come back in, and as you see him come in, he's holding what looks like a pot lid, a wooden pot lid from the barrels that you guys saw on the deck, and he tosses it to you, Saoirse. Here's your freaking wooden shield.
Can I
Do you want them too, Crosswire? Do you want me to go get another one for you? I have all these magical cubes that turn into whatever you want, but no, we need a wooden shield.
I think it should be fine, but if I could just have a few more of those cubes.
No, they're my cubes.
All right. If I may.
No, you may not may. Are you going to ask me for something?
Not truly. I was going to ask, holding up the longsword the cube created, is this thing, is it now set, or is it just changed to anything else?
You can change it. I'm pretty freaking cool, dude. You can change it to whatever you want. Rain, if you think about plate mail, you can wear plate mail. You'll be over encumbered instantly and probably not be able to cast magic, but it will happen. Yeah, if you want a short sword, it'll turn into a short sword. If you want a warhammer, it'll turn into a warhammer. That is a martial weapon cube.
Okay. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to thank you for this thing, you know.
I don't need your thanks. I know how great I am. All right. Now get out of here. Actually, no, there's more I have to give you. This bag of holding is for all of you as well. There are
each, or is it just like one we have to kind of like fight over, or
what?
On each, or do we have to kind of like
no, not 4. I'm not giving you 4 bag of holdings. You only need 1.
Rain steps forward and goes, well, Crossfire, you appear to be the strongest of us all. Why, perhaps you wouldn't mind bearing this burden for us.
Yes, you'll have to write all your inventory down, though. You're in charge of the party inventory. So have fun, Crosswire.
Rain goes, never mind. I think I'll hold on to this.
Probably for the best, yes. I carry so much stuff. Yeah, just
By the way,
as the party's voice man, like as the Fatu party leader, Ray, and I think it would be best if you hold on to the bag of holding.
by the way, there are 4 healing potions in there, and rations. That is it. Also, if you see a bag of holding, do not put this bag of holding inside that bag of holding. It's a warning.
You put the other bag of holding inside the other one, then?
No. Oh, gosh, no.
Question: What kind of healing potions are these?
Normal ones. I just gave you so much cool stuff. Now you want better stuff?
I'm just
So
curious what
ungrateful,
kind
all 4 of you.
Yes.
I said thank you. I don't know what you're saying.
He looks to Rock and just like, what? These guys you bring me, they all want cool shit. And they're just like, oh, we deserve the best stuff. No. If you want the good stuff, find me in Seamouth at 2410 Arcana, and you can buy it with hard-earned gold.
Oh my god.
All right. We'll
I
do
just
that.
who he was.
What you should do next time, you should give them crap stuff, and then when they ask, you could just give them
No, I get
the
in trouble
amazing
for
stuff
that.
you got.
No, I get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's able to make bad stuff anyway.
Yeah, why would
Oh.
I make bad quality stuff that just it looks bad on me?
All this stuff is.
Well, you made me spin around 3 times, so I
That
think
was
you're
funny,
pretty good
though.
for a joke.
That was pretty funny, though.
Oh,
That's me. And then
Yeah.
Crosshair looks at him with a very displeased look, like he's kind of fed up with this guy at this point.
All right. Now, if you would all out of the cabin and go to the main deck.
all right.
As you
Thank
wish. Yes.
Goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Boys, you're
Stop.
just a cute.
Stop. Leave him alone. You're not having him. And Varrock opens up the door for all 4 of you, and he's just kind of shaking his head with a chuckle underneath his breath. And as you guys,
What was the
Oh.
name of that city that you said come find you at, sir?
he just gives you the finger.
Pleasure. And Rain walks out.
And Varrock closes the door. I do want to apologize for him. He is very eccentric. The reason why
I couldn't tell.
the reason why he's acting like this is because his wife's not here. So he's very much more tame when his wife's around.
I think he's great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed his company.
I don't know. Yeah,
Could have been worse.
a little goes a long way. Just saying. And as he's talking to you, it's daytime now. It seems to be the sun is rising, and you seem to be closer to the city. And if you guys look, you see various activity around it and above it. It's probably miles and miles off from you currently, but you do see silhouettes of small creatures flying around, as well as what you assume to be other airships. And as Varrock is talking to you, you look around, and the crew seems to be pretty calm. Everyone's just doing their jobs. Rain, you see T, and T just kind of waves to you and gives you a nod. And then there's this whistling sound. And Varrock kind of tilts his head as he's listening, and there's a look of panic that sits on his face as an explosion rips through this ship as a massive beam and bolt of lightning tears it in half. And there is a silhouette as you guys start to fall of a dragon above you all.
Oh my
And
god.
that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Dude, you can't just do that. You gotta just have
Oh,
2 hours
you-
of lead up and then yeah.
You know that's perfect.
And that's it for today, guys. Check in next week for next episode of Main Quest Optional, where the adventure never ends. Have a good week.